already aware, and to others who are not, of having in our midst a world champion. World heavyweight, middleweight, intercontinental, such a person. But the great thing about it all is that the world champion is also an indigene of Edo State. With us, Kulikuli Epa, Edo State. He fought and was known in Nigeria before he didn't disappoint. And he made a good career of himself. I have the pleasure of having here, talking about a former intercontinental champion in the IBO International Boxing Organization, IBA International Boxing Association, IBF International Boxing Federation, intercontinental middleweight champion, Albert, bad boy, Edo State. As protocol demands, to the high table, some eminent dignitaries amongst us, let me have the pleasure of inviting Mrs. Sabina to the high table. Thank you very much, ma'am. Commission. Dr. Emmanuel, Lagos State Sports Commission, highly revered sports administrator. Dr. Kweku Tando. Champion, Albert, bad boy, Edo State. A brief history of the world champion. The world champion himself, about Edo State, came from a boxing family. From the very top, from the father, who was a great coach, boxing, to him and his siblings. Abajo February, who is his sibling, his brother, also fought for Nigeria at the Olympics and the Commonwealth Games. And Enaoru, also his younger brother, also fought for Nigeria, fought all over the place. And I even remember that at the time, the two of them, himself and his younger brother Enaoru, had to go into the ring because at the time the national champion had to be decided, and they were number one and number two in the whole of Nigeria. I'm talking about the man seated here today, who as at that time had just won gold, also in the classics here in Nigeria, and his brother has also had just won gold medal at the IBO 1998 National Sports Festival. So two brothers had to go to war in the same ring. Maybe later we'll talk about the outcome of that boxing encounter. So from there on, he fought for Nigeria at the All-African Games in Cairo in 1991. He also fought for Nigeria at the All-African Games in Harare, Zimbabwe in 1995. And he also fought again for Nigeria at the All-African Games in 1999 in Johannesburg, South Africa. Then he fought for Nigeria also at the Commonwealth Games in Victoria, Canada in 1994. And he also appeared in the colours of Nigeria at the Olympic Games in 1996 in Atlanta, in USA, and 2000 in Sydney Olympics. From then on, he went to fight over 500 amateur fights, winning also over 500 amateur fights. Then he turned professional. And he fought 31 times as a professional. And in between, he became the World Intercontinental Middleweight Champion, holding the belt simultaneously of the IBO, the International Boxing Organization, the IBA International Boxing Association, and the IBF International Boxing Federation. 31 fights in all. A round of applause for that. So today, he's here to donate some boxing equipment for the growth and development of boxing in Edo State. He came all the way from the United States of America. He's based in the United States of America. In fact, right now, he's the president of Elite Fitness Miami in America. And I tell you what, arguably the best footballer in the world, Cristiano Ronaldo. Every time the season ends, he travels all the way to America, straight to Miami, South Florida, where he is based, to use his facilities. Elite Fitness Miami. I can as well only say that if you're talking about a trainer for Cristiano Ronaldo, then you have him here seated right in front of you. Other world greats make use of his facilities, and so many of them have been there to see what he has done in boxing. The Klitschko brothers, Evan Holyfield, the likes, Floyd Mayweather, that you all know, they are all regulars at Elite Fitness. So, without wasting time, I would like to hand over the microphone to the bad boy himself. Maybe he will have the opportunity of telling you why and how he became the bad boy. I'll hand over the microphone to him for him to tell us what he has inside of him that I know he wants to share with us. Thank you very much. I should have told you.
Edo State, I was not too happy with boxing, so I talked to Coach Isaac Warrior, retired now, about this situation. I know I'm really busy, but I said I'm willing to help to see what we can do to raise boxing again in Edo State. Because during my days, we used to only have Edo State fighters at the national camps. Only Edo State fighters. Sometimes 95% of Edo State fighters are national camps. And sometimes only 100% of the Edo State fighters travel overseas to represent the country. But as present, we barely have anyone in the national camps, so I want to change that. So I don't know if the government can help and assist these kids, help them with the gym, because I saw the gym, the new gym they're missing a lot of equipment and stuff, and they still need a bin to hang the bags up, because 5 bags is not enough for these guys to train. You have 20 fighters training there, and they're waiting for one to finish and the other one to go. I don't think that will make it. So during our time, they have all these coaches in different local government areas. We have coaches in Afuze, in Ugeli, in Sapele, like all over the place. So I remember those days. So we can do this again. I'm willing to support. We just need assistance, a little assistance from the government. I really don't want anything in return. I'm not doing this for any reason. I don't want nothing in return. I'm not one of those guys that want to give and expect to have a position or anything else. I'm too busy in my life. I'm doing good in my business, so there's no need for me to be here. I'm here because of this, and to encourage the young fighters coming up. I started in Afuze. So me starting in Afuze, we don't have food sometimes to eat. So I have to put gari in a cup, to put water, to soak. We all go to school. When we get back, my sibling have to, drink that gari, because there's no food, there's no water at home. I always let them know I've been in the worst situation. If I can make it, any of you guys can make it. I was in Afuze, not in Benin, in Afuze. So if I can do it, this guy should be able to do it. And the fighters, they just need the encouragement. Even my days, I know Nigeria believe in soccer. Soccer is good, it's really good. But at the end of the day, if the government invests in you, they make more money from boxing. Like Samapira. I brought Samapira to the US. What ended up happening was the government were involved a little bit. Then they saw what happened. They were coming there every time we fought, and it generated a lot of fun, even for Edo State. So if you have a fighter here that is successful, the government can be involved in that fighter, and it can generate fun for Edo State also, as a professional, not as an amateur. Because in the Western world, amateur are not allowed to be paid, only the pros. So that way we come up with like sponsorship to assist these guys to feed them and to take care of them. They just need our support. So whatever this council can do or get to the deputy governor, whoever is in charge, they really need to resurrect boxing in Edo State. Myself, I'm willing to spend my money. I'm not, it's hand money. I didn't get the money from the government or anything like that. I'm giving it. I don't want nothing back in return. I really don't. I just want to make one thing clear. I'm very successful. I'm good. I'm okay. I just want to help these guys coming up because I've been there. It's not as easy. It's really difficult. So I see all these guys, they come, they try, they do everything, and someone from the top going to be discouraging them. I think that is really sad and bad. You should encourage these guys. Edo State can go back to the old time to develop a lot of fighters. That's my major goal, for Edo State fighter to be on top again. We can make that happen if we work together. Thank you. Anyone have this in Nigeria, this is the body part. So I know it's really expensive, but thank God I can afford it. We have jump rope, we have boxing gloves.
So what do they use?
The trainer have to put it on while you work with the fighter to correct their endurance and their mistakes and stuff. So the trainer to do it.
Can we have the trainer? Can we have the trainer let them demonstrate so that we see what they're talking about? So that, yeah, since we have good. Sit down. Yvonne. Please let's give them a round of applause, please, a round of applause. Awesome, that's awesome. Okay, can we still have a demonstration then? Yeah, before you remove the applause. Yeah, maybe you should have it up permanently because intermittently we might be calling on you.
In place of the work bar, instead of punching on the wall, we can use this for the speed work.
Fantastic. So let's see a demonstration, please. A round of applause, please. Wow. No, you can still have it on. We might still need to call you.
You have the jump rope. You have wraps. We have a lot of pink wraps here for breast cancer. So we normally promote that in the US for people that have cancer. So we have a bunch of this. We also have the head guard.
Yeah, the head guard. Can you put on the head guard? Let's see how it's done.
Injuries in sport normally comes during training. So that is why this one is very, very essential and important for prevention. But it is also used for tournament. For the female boxers in tournament, you can use head guard, but for the men, there is no head guard in tournament. But during training, it is very, very necessary to avoid any slight injury.
Like most boxing tournaments in the state is not that expensive. Please try to encourage them to, because training the gym and actually competing is two different things. It's day and night. So like this Saturday, I told them, none of them fought this year so far. Most of them didn't fight this year. So I told them to have a try on Saturday. I will be there. I will try to sponsor that. But just sponsoring that those little tournaments is not as expensive. I told them to let me know sometimes I can help out. But this sports commission should know, like, you know, to assist them a little bit, just the rings and stuff, the monetary part, I can take care of that.
A round of applause.
The ladies, madam,
Fantastic. So yeah. Oh yeah, fantastic. Oh, I thought somebody was going to wait for her. She wore it herself. She wore. That's a round of applause for the PS. The PS wore the gloves herself. She's ready. Maybe she was one time in boxer. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, fine. Okay. I wanted to give her the mic, but she took the boxing glove instead. You know. Thank you very much. Let me, at this point in time now, I'll give her the floor to comment.
Yeah, we are all excited, we are all happy. This is what we want in the Sports Commission and in Edo State. So on behalf of the Edo State Sports Commission, the chairman of the Edo State Sports Commission, Mr. Yusuf Ali, who is unavoidably absent today. My executive directors are seated here with me. Mr. Dr. Emmanuel Edo State, the Director of Sports Development and Operations, and our consultant, Dr. Ekutando. On behalf of everybody, I want to show our appreciation to the donor of this equipment, boxing equipment, Mr. Edo State here. He has come back to give back to the society. The society has given him, the Sports Commission gave him, now he has come back to give back to us. We want to appreciate you. We want to appreciate all that you are, all that you stand for and represent in the boxing family. We thank you for deeming it fit to come back to give to us. We want to assure you that this which you have started, we will sustain it. All that you have said today, we have equally heard it, and we are going to work towards it. And I equally want to let you know that Edo State's government has taken sports to be one of what he wants to drive and achieve in the state. The government have done so much for sports in Edo State. We want to take Edo State back to its former glory, take sports back to where it was before. Number one in sports in Nigeria and if possible in the continent at large. A lot of things is being put in place, facilities are being put in place, like you said, you went to the gym, a lot of things are being done, and then we will equally need, government alone can't do all of this, can't do all that you have said, facilities, encouragement. We are here to give the encouragement. We will equally need support of the private sectors, which is one of the things the state government is driving in sports now, trying to bring, having a private partnership with companies, individuals, all those that are willing to assist sports. So, like you have done now, we want to reach out to every other person out there to imitate what Mr. Edo has done today by coming to give back to the society, coming to give back to the Sports Commission. So we expect that more individuals that have really benefited from the state government will equally come back again to support the state government, just like Mr. Edo is doing now. So we want to appreciate you and want to let you know that these that you have given to us, the Boxing Federation in the Sports Commission, will do all they can to make sure that we use this, and the next sporting competition, which is the National Sports Festival that is coming in November, you will get to see the output. So we want to appreciate you, we want to thank you, and want to ask that, like you have promised, you keep doing your best to assist us, and then the state government too and the Sports Commission to continue to do our best to make sure that sports gets its rightful position where it rightly belongs. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I mostly count as Afuzi, and I got to know that every morning you jog from Afusi to Sabongida Ora, and from Sabongida Ora back to Afusi. That's 10 kilometers to go, 10 kilometers to come. I wasn't there, I had that, and I think that's a lie. So, thank God I have you here today. Let me hear it directly from you. What I heard, is it rumor, is it true, fallacy, or what?
The truth.
Just say something about it.
Well, I have to wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning. My dad get on the bike, me and my siblings. We run from Afusi to Sabongida and back. People there used to say, oh, this guy is training armed robbers. Back then. Even my aunts like, oh, boxing is not good for you, you're smart, you should stay in school. Like, no, because I came from a poor home, like I'm looking for an easy way to make money. So I just encouraged myself to do it. There was a time I went with my people, I went with that bone. He passed out, boom, came back after he was dehydrated. He was only 9 years old at that time. I was 12. So yeah, it's true. And we wake up at 4 in the morning, we go for a run.
Thank you very much, Watcher. So